All right, let's go ahead and continue where we left off. So in this problem, they're asking us, how many ways can we choose two students from a group of 5? So just for convenience, I'm just going to call these students A, B, C, D, and E. Just give me a second. I'm trying to get my pen to work. Okay, so A, B, C, D, and E. Okay, so let's try this how we've tried these types of problems before. So I got to pick two students, right? So I'm going to put two placeholders. So the first student, there's 5 different ways that I can choose them. So 5. Okay, one of them is gone. Let's say I choose person D. And now I have 4 different other students to choose from. So I have 4 other ways to choose the next student. Let's say I choose person B. Okay, so my answer is 5 times 4, so it's 20. This is actually incorrect. So here's why it's incorrect. This does not account for the order in which I choose the students. So for example, like I chose D, then I chose B, right? But in reality, I could have chosen B and then I could have chosen D. And it would have resulted in the same thing. So this is something I count twice according to, like, if the answer is 20, it's something I count twice. But it should only be counted once. Now, in the same way, right? Like, let's say I chose A and then I chose C. I could have chosen C, then I could have chose A. Like, I could have chosen it in this order too. So it seems to me that every single, like for every single 2 people I choose, like just doing 5 times 4, it counts them twice. So I have to correct for this by dividing my final answer by 2. So I can take 5 times 4 and I can divide by 2, and I get the correct answer of 10. All right, let's move on to the next problem. How many ways can we choose 3 students from a group of 7? I'm going to call these students A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Okay, so I have 3 students. So I choose my first student. Say I chose E. Okay, I choose my second student. Say I choose A. There's 6 choices, by the way, for the second student. Now I have 5 choices for the last student. Let's say I choose G. Okay. So again, like, we know that multiplying them directly is not the correct answer because we do have to correct. And in reality, like, I could have chosen these students in any order, right? In any of these orders. So let's write this out. So as we can see, there are 6 different, like, ways I could have chosen those exact same 3 students. And in fact, like, this is actually 3 factorial, right? Because the number of orderings of, like, 3 letters is 3 factorial. So my answer is actually 7 times 6 times 5 over 3 factorial, which is 7 times 6 times 5 over 6. And this ends up being 35. Okay, let's do one last question, and that will conclude this video. In how many ways can we arrange the letters in the word Mississippi? So if we looked at our previous example, like this bubble example, we noticed that, like, our letter B is repeated, right? So if I just, like, there's 6 letters here. If I just do 6 factorial, that's incorrect. I have to correct for these B's, right? So 6 factorial treats these B's as different letters, but they're actually the same. So the number of reorderings of these 3 letters is 3 factorial. So I have to divide by 3 factorial to correct. In the same way, I have a few letters which are repeating. So I have S, it repeats 4 times. I have I, it repeats 4 times. I have P, it repeats 2 times. And then I have M, but M only occurs once. Like M is pretty convenient for us. So with P, right, like the P, like the first P could come first or the second P could come first. So we have to account for that. There are 2 factorial reorderings of this. For the I, these also come in a particular ordering. There are 4 different orderings, 4 factorial. For the S, I said 4 different orderings, that's wrong. There are 4 factorial ways to order them, but 4 letters. Okay, for the S's, there's also 4 factorial ways to order them. So we really do have to account for all of these. So like there's 11 letters in total, and our answer, it turns out it's 11 factorial divided by 4 factorial, but I have to divide by 4 factorial again, and I have to divide by 2 factorial again. So whatever this is our final answer. All right, so that's going to conclude this video. We are going to talk more about counting in future videos. So I am looking forward to seeing you in those.